Hey folks, the Desert Artist here. I am here in Rogers, Arkansas, getting a crown for one of my molars. I just had a root canal and they stuffed it full of resin, and now I'm getting a crown on it. And this is a great opportunity to show you guys how they actually produce the crown right here in the office within a short span of time. And we're going to show you how it's done. There's my root canal right there. They went in and I had down in the bottom of the tooth, down there I had an infection, and that was causing the temperature sensitivity. So they went in with these really long drills that were diamond drills. They went in with a wire, probably sintered diamonds, and they cut out all the root canal that was in there, and that's what it looks like when they x-ray. You make it with a CNC, and then the teeth there are...
That's just the shade. That's just for us to pick the coloring of the teeth.
Okay.
So we know what color block we're going to use.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's all I did there was just check. It's got different shade colors on it. And so we're going to do an A2.
Okay.
For your shade of your teeth today.
All right. So these are all resin. They're not porcelain, or...
It's an Emax material that we're going to use. And let me go get one of those blocks. I'll kind of show you what it looks like. And this is what the block looks like. This is the block that we'll use. It's purple right now, but once it fires in the oven, it changes to the color that your teeth are going to be.
Wow!
So this is just like a
does it cook it? It cooks the color out of it?
Yeah, you can hold it if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it cooks the color out.
Yeah. So we'll mill this out of a machine. And then we put it in the oven to fire, and it takes about 15 minutes for it to fire. And then we put it in. So you're going to have some downtime today. You'll have about 40 minutes of downtime.
Hey folks, so she's finished grinding. So now I are going to put something on there that will get my gums out of the way so they can scan it. Here are the little diamond bits that they use to grind your teeth down with. Pretty cool. Alright,
so we're going to do 3 scans. It's going to make a model of your teeth. We're going to do your top teeth, your bottom teeth, and how your teeth come together here.
okay.
So we'll go ahead and... Alright, so she's going to spray some air, and then you are going to just bite your teeth together, your normal bite. I'm going to kind of stretch your cheek, but keep them nice and tight together there, okay? Go ahead and bite down and just keep your teeth like that for me. Now we're going to do your top teeth.
Very cool.
So have you open up here for me?
We're going to put it so it's on there and I'll watch it being done. That's cool.
Okay. Lots of air. And this time just stay open for me.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Okay. I'm just going to cut out part of your cheek here. It makes the model a little bit cleaner.
Oh.
And now I'm going to go ahead and do your bottom. And it's not safe to keep the front super dry here, so lots of air. little bit more here.
Okay.
Lots of area. We got what we need here, so we're going to start making a model. I'll set your chair up here.
How long have these things been out?
They've been out for quite some time, but they're only as good as the computers that can make them. So if you imagine in the 90s, computers weren't that great, and so the machines weren't that great.
Right.
But they've really kind of stepped up their game in the last 5 to 10 years, I would say.
Huh.
So now we're just going to go through and highlight that margin that we made for you. So when they did the root canal, they put a resin in there to cover up the excess.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's kind of the margin of where the resin and the tooth structure.
Oh, okay.
So we keep that there to cover up the root canal and keep that sealed off, and then this goes and seals the whole tooth.
Huh.
So as you can see, that little blue line right there, that's that cord that we packed down there, and you can see it's pushing the gums out of the way. So we can get a good scan there. And then it's going to give us a little model here for us, and then we get to play around with it. So there's a certain minimal thickness that you have to have depending on what part of the tooth it is. If that's that little blue, it's letting you know that it's not quite thick enough, so I'm going to bolt that up there.
Oh.
And then kind of tighten up our contacts. And the different colors that you see are contacts. So typically on the showing surface, I go for a dark blue, maybe a little bit of a light blue hue to it. But on the contact,
so that'll be the contact of the upper tooth and the bottom
and
tooth.
so I scanned how your teeth come together, and so you can put it on there and see exactly how your teeth come together.
Oh.
So we can go in and kind of tighten that cusp up a little bit, so we get a little contact over here. We don't want it too tall, so we'll have to take it down once we mill it.
Right.
And so then I can take that off.
It'll be like my front tooth. That's wore down. The little spot on my right here.
So molars are a little bit different, but yeah, you'll get some wear and tear on the teeth if we make it too tight. So in between the teeth, I like to have kind of where the green is the next.
Right.
So we've got the dark blue, light blue, the green. Yellow can start to get a little bit tight, so sometimes I'll leave a little yellow. That red, the camera will see if it's too tight, it won't come down into the contacts there.
Huh.
Okay. We're going too fast for it, I guess.
56K dial-up.
I know.
What kind of courses did you have to take in college for this stuff?
So in dental school, they kind of taught us about it, and it was more so hands-on training. It wasn't a specific course for it.
Oh, okay.
And then once I got out of school, I was kind of thrown into it, because in school they do a lot of the traditional crowns where you send it off to a lab. And so once I got out of school and started doing it, it was more so kind of throw you to the wolves here.
Throw you to the wolves?
Throw you to the wolves. No, Dr. Phelan, who's the owner here, he was a pretty good mentor and kind of helped me design a lot of the crowns at the beginning, but kind of got the hang of it pretty quickly.
Okay. So it's more, you go to college, you get the basic nomenclature and everything down, and then you get thrown out into the society of wolves where you kind of blend in with the pack and you learn their way of hunting, so to speak.
Well,
right. So
I
learned
all of this in school. It was more so the digital aspect.
Right, the computer.
Is what I've learned more out of school. But I did some of these while I was in school still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But there's not a specific class. It's just kind of, in school especially, it was case dependent. A little bit of the trickier crowns, they didn't want you doing this because they wanted to show you the lab process.
Right.
So it had to be a pretty...
Show your work, like when you're in 5th and 6th grade. Show your work how to do your math problem.
So it was pretty much kind of the standard, easy preps, that sort of thing that they let us do these in.
So how long is dental school typically?
So you do 4 years of undergraduate and then 4 years of dental school.
Oh, okay.
So
So it's full doctorate education. Probably the reason why you want to get good grades in school so you can get your scholarships and stuff.
yeah, there's not a whole lot of scholarships for dental school. It's pretty competitive. It's very expensive. You'll have to look it up, but the average dental school debt's close to $500,000 these days.
Kind of scary when you look at it as, you know, you
They
can,
say it's good debt, but I don't know how much debt is good debt.
right, exactly. You know, you're paying all that money to be in debt. All right, folks. I am here. I've just gotten the crown on my tooth, and I wanted to show you guys where we are at. As you can see over here, we have the Bank of the Ozarks, Walgreen, and then the Harvest Bank is right here. And here is the front side of the business. And over there is Discount Tire. How well the bite was. And after some carbon paper compressions, did some old school foundational work with actual hand tooling of the tooth, and narrowed it down to where I didn't feel anything. It feels really good, and I am thoroughly 100% pleased with the experience that I've had. I would suggest going here and getting your crown done. It is quick, easy, very professional. I couldn't have asked for anything better.